How's it going, everyone? My name is DrapPep. Welcome back to another installment of Drap Chat. I want to talk about my frustration with video games. I love video games. I love playing them. I've played them my entire life. I think my favorite video games come from the arcade, to be honest. Like House of the Dead. One of my favorite video games, House of the Dead. To be honest, I probably spent a lot more of my time playing pinball at the arcades, but whatever. My frustration is that the video game industry is so focused on trying to make the video games look hyper realistic that they neglect the game part. I don't care what the game looks like. If your game storyline is trash and boring, I don't care. I don't want to play it. I would rather have a great storyline, a fantastic storyline. And it could be 64-bit and I would love it. I would, oh, I would fall in love with that game because the storyline is that good. It could be poly, okay, poly graphics. I would love it if the storyline is that good. Oh, but we're gonna remaster this video game with better graphics. You know why they're doing that? Because it wasn't about the graphics; it was about the storyline. That's why they keep bringing back Grand Theft Auto 5. That's why they keep bringing back Skyrim, right? Because the story was honestly that good that they got to keep remastering it, that they got to keep bringing it back. That's why certain games like Resident Evil 2, right? Resident Evil 3 got a remaster. It's why certain games keep coming back because they were that good. If you look up the original graphics for Resident Evil 2, they're not great. They're not great, but the story held. And so it was awesome. you were willing to overlook those graphics. Honestly, and I mean this. I kind of wish, like, if there was a monkey's paw or a genie or a djinn, whatever you want to call it, I would wish that the video game industry would just kind of go back to the Sega Genesis. I'm being so honest. Like, just take the Sega Genesis and then just kind of like alter it just a bit to where it had better memory, better way of keeping up with the game, so that way you can add more levels and you can add more storyline, and just go back to that. Go back to the N64, go back to the Sega Genesis. I would rather have one console forever, one console, and instead of, oh, are you going to buy the PlayStation 23? No, I'm going to wait for the PlayStation 24 to come out. By the time you've bought the newest PlayStation, the next one's going to come out in a couple of years. So why buy this one when you can wait a couple of years for the next one? And why buy the next one when 4 more years after that, the next one will come out? Why buy that one when the 4 years after that, the next one will come out? I mean, why even waste your money on that when you can just save up for the next 50 Xboxes that are coming out that they've announced? It feels like they're just releasing the same console with different names. Oh, sure, the graphics are so much better. It's in 8K. Your TV can't even do that. Your eyes can't even see past 8K. Why are you caring? Oh, well, the graphics are so much better. To who? To which species are you trying to pander to? To humans? We can't see that high. Oh, well, we got the pixels. They're all smashed together. So dumb. So dumb. And like, the people who are defending these companies are even funnier. I've had people who told me they were going to get the new Switch, and then they got it, and they don't like it. They're like, I don't like this. Oh, you don't say. I'm going back to the Switch. Well, I hope you enjoy it, because pretty soon, just like all consoles, they'll stop making video games for it. And then here's what's even better. A lot of these companies, they'll have a new video game coming out, right? Like the new GTA. And everyone's like, oh, is it going to be on the PS4? No, they're purposely waiting so that you can only get it on the PS5, if not the PS6. If not, they're probably going to delay it long enough for the new console to come out. So all of you who got the PS5, tough luck. You're not going to be able to play that. A lot of times I'll buy video games on the computer, right? And I will lower the graphics anyways. I don't need the graphics being that high. You're lagging my computer. And sometimes I want to record, right? So I have to lower the graphics regardless. Sometimes I'll lower it just enough to where it feels like just a basic Xbox 360 game. I lower it that much. I'll go all the way down to 0 if I could. Give me one poly. Give me one pixel for the character. I'm going to run around as a single pixel in this room. I don't know what any of these things are. I can't make it out. But you know what? The storyline hasn't changed much. The storyline is just about the same. That red pixel and that blue pixel are maybe friends, and that orange one way over there, that big box, I think that's the boss. And until you watch someone else's Let's Play, and you're like, oh, I see who everyone is now. Of course, over exaggerating how low I can make the graphics. But still, it's not necessary. You don't need hyper-realistic graphics to enjoy a video game. When I was a kid, I sure didn't. When I was a kid, I was excited for the N64. I was excited to play those games because the stories were great. The gameplay was great. I remember playing Jurassic Park on the Sega Genesis. That was my favorite. I played Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead on the Sega Genesis. I played, what was that? It was a Rugrats video game. It was like a board game. It was Rugrats. It was fun. My point is, though, is that Sega Genesis was awesome. Everyone agreed Sega Genesis was awesome. N64 was also cool. I want to go back to that. That would be so awesome to go back to those consoles. A simpler time. A simpler time in video games. I want to play I almost said Sega. I want to play Sonic on the Sega, is what I meant to say. I want to play Sega on the Sega Genesis. I love the character Sega. So much fun. I want to play Sega on N64. I miss it. And the thing is that when you look at a lot of these older games, sure, they don't look great. But I promise you, if you play them, they're fun. Maybe not all of them. There was a couple that were bad. But like, James Bond GoldenEye on the N64? Come on. That was fun. And then you had Smash Brothers. You had Super Mario 64. Great games. Of course, I'm like pretty much triggering people's nostalgia to kind of see my point. Of like, oh yeah, I remember how great those games are. Of course. We all remember how great those games are. Of course we do. And that's my point. We were able to enjoy those stories with the graphics, the way that they looked, just fine. And we could easily go back to it. We just need to boycott. I'm joking. Boycott these companies. We'll show them. That's not going to do anything. But my point is that no matter what, the game industry upsets me because of their focus on the graphics and rather than the video game story arc. And instead of realizing that they can still have a good story and bad graphics and make money on that game, they would just prefer to dump all this money into the newest console because they know we'll buy it like sheep. They know we'll go for it. Oh, did you buy the PlayStation 6? Great! Well, now that you bought it on release dates, we'll see you in 4 years for the PS7. Because they know we'll do it. It's like iPhone users. I've seen this. There are iPhone users who will be like, oh, I just got the new phone, but like in 3 years, I'll be back in line for the next one. You have a perfectly fine phone in your hand. My phone currently has the battery pushing out the back of it because it keeps expanding. I can barely do anything on my phone. It is trash. But yet I got one. I'm not going in line to get the next one. Also, I'm poor. That's one of the reasons why I'm complaining. I can't afford it. I can't afford these things. I'm sure if I had money, I probably would. But the thing is there's nothing on those new consoles I want. The newest console I have right now is the PS4 and Xbox One. That's it. I'm not going to go any higher than that. And the reason why is because there's nothing coming out that I want. And if there is something coming out, I'll just get it for the computer. I'll just get it for my computer and then lower the graphics to where my computer can play it. What a shocker. I can do that? Yeah, you can do that. You can just buy the newest game and then lower the graphics to where it works with your system. Problem fixed. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion though. I trust me, I know I'm ranting to the masses. I know there's a lot of people out there who agree with me. I know that my opinion doesn't really matter a whole lot to these companies. They're just going to keep doing what they're going to do. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I wanted to verbally put myself on where do I stand with the console wars, because they're coming back. Once the new consoles come out, then the console wars will return, and that's going to be stressful. That's going to be a headache. But other than that, that's going to be the end of this video. I want to thank everyone for tuning in.